pretty stunning. I mean, it's amazing when you think how far this industry has come in such a short amount of time. The banking issue is holding it back. How might it change now?
Well, this is a big step forward for the legal side of the pot business and a significant development. Trish, as you know all too well, under that change in their state law, retailers in Colorado last month started selling marijuana to recreational users for the first time in years. I mean, literally decades. Even though it's been decriminalized in Colorado and also in Washington state, the sale and use of marijuana, however, still a violation of federal law. It's a controlled substance. That was preventing banks from allowing marijuana businesses to open accounts with them, as those transactions would potentially violate federal banking laws. So those retailers have been having to handle all their transactions, even pay their taxes in cash only. No credit cards, for example, as well. The new guidance from the Treasury Department's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network addresses that directly and allows banks in those states, the 18 others, where medical marijuana sales are allowed, to do business directly with pot retailers. But there are some conditions attached, as you said. They need to really know their customers. They need to do thorough due diligence, according to the guidelines. And since marijuana is still illegal at the federal level, all transactions require suspicious activity reports, or what's called SARS, paperwork they need to send in each time. And the banks must flag red flag, particularly suspicious customers, those who the banks think may be going above and beyond what's legal at the state level. It's a big step forward, Trish, just another sign of the legitimization of the marijuana industry here in America.
Yeah, it's just incredible. I can remember first reporting on this in a documentary I did back in 2006, and I don't think even then I had any idea it was going to go this quickly, this far, this quickly. Let me just ask you, I mean, is there a political component to this? Do you think as we move forward to midterm elections, there's a reason why some states might want to have this on the ballot to perhaps rally their base?
I think absolutely, and we saw that happen in Colorado and Washington. There are a lot of states watching this very, very carefully to see how it plays out there, and now to see how the federal government handles it. You know, Trish, all too well, the harmonization here between what's happening at the state level, the legalization effort at the state level, and the fact that at the federal level it's still a crime, and yet the federal government, the Obama administration, allowing it to move forward. It says a lot about where it may be heading in other states, and where the federal government ultimately may be forced to question exactly about the federal laws. And big question as well on the business side of things. How many banks are going to get into this business? You got to imagine, Trish, they're looking for new customers. There are going to be some banks who jump right in Colorado, Washington, these other states. Other national banks maybe hold back a little bit, fearful of the taint that might be attached with this business.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit more. Peter, stay with us here. Also joining us, Ethan Nadelman, Executive Director of the Drug Policy Alliance. Peter brings up a very important point. It's one thing for Treasury to come out and say, or for Eric Holder to advise Treasury to change the rules here, but it's another thing for the Wells Fargo and the Bank of Americas of this world to say, yes, we're going to allow essentially this quote-unquote drug money to have an account with us. Are they really going to buy into this? Do you think they trust what the government's saying?
You know, it's business, and they can make money. Banks will be able to make money by dealing with illegal, in the state legal, medical and marijuana